Okay, so yesterday I went over the Steven Pinker argument, and you watched a YouTube video, a TED Talk from him, where he goes through a bunch of different evidence and data and stats that he cites, and essentially that stuff he gives you the short version in the TED Talk of what a book he released a few years ago called "The Better Angels of Our Nature." He kind of sums up that, and he makes a really strong and compelling case for, on average, looking at most available metrics and measurements, uh, the world is getting better for the vast majority of humanity. I think like, after learning about him and kind of reading some of his book and then hearing him talk a few times, he's kind of swayed me over. I think I agree with him, as I already stated in a couple of the videos that I posted, the commentary and in my comments on yesterday's lesson. However, I will say I think there is a super strong and compelling case for the world is getting worse for a lot of people too. I This is not an issue that I'm totally resolved and think like it's all one way or the other. I really respect and I see both sides of the argument, and I get why people would be concerned or gravitate to one side or the other. In reality, I think probably this is a very complex thing. The world, humanity, society, all super complex things, and there's many shades of gray. So I kind of feel like probably in a lot of aspects, the world is getting better for most people, but I also think in a lot of ways, things might be getting worse for a lot of people too. So to give kind of the opposite spin on the whole Pinker argument, I could see where somebody and I, I don't necessarily fully subscribe to this line of thinking or even the Steven Pinker one, but I just want to kind of lay the case out for you. I could see where somebody would definitely say, hey, the world is heating up. Ocean levels are rising. Pollution is becoming a major problem. Life in the oceans is dying off. We're killing the planet. That's going to be a catastrophic, like, apocalypse just around the corner that your generation and future generations are going to have to deal with. What else was on my list here of things? Oh, the more and more countries have nuclear weapons. There's a lot of tensions. There's more fighting and even though we haven't had a big World War II style conflict, there's lots of isolated conflicts all over, and increasingly more sides have more powerful weapons, biological weapons, nuclear weapons. Uh, what are the odds that at some point somebody's going to unleash all that chaos and it's going to have collateral damage and impact societies across the world? There's a growing wealth gap. The rich people are getting much richer, and even though people are getting brought out of poverty like never before, the gap is also huger than ever before between the ultra wealthy and like the average people. So anyway, I hit a bunch of different things there. I think you can make a really strong case for the opposite of what Steven Pinker is arguing. I'm going to post a few more videos today. I just kind of wanted to be fair and lay out both sides of that argument. And then in today's journal writing, I'm going to get kind of your thoughts, and I'm going to ask you a lot of similar questions to yesterday's Q&A, but I'm going to kind of invert them and spin it from the opposite side. So looking forward to reading those. Hopefully this kind of makes sense uh, to you all. And again, I think it's super important, no matter what your opinion is, to be able to kind of look at both sides and argue both perspectives. I think that makes us better, more well-rounded people if we can argue what we believe clearly, but also relate to and see what the people we're arguing against are seeing and what they believe. So that's what I got for you today. Make sure you answer the journal questions, watch the other videos, and that's that. Have a great day.